Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enavia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Antetokounmpo, George out there with Jalen Green. Then there's Wells, and it's Allen in at the 5. And for the Lakers, Jason Tatum is out there with Keegan Murray. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Holiday, and it's Iverson in at the 2 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now, here is George. He kicks it to Wells. George trying to break free. It's good from Allen on the assist by Wells.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Here's Iverson. Great D that time from Giannis. Outside, Green. The 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Holiday, the pass to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. It's a 3-point game. Green kicks to George. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, I talked to the Lakers head coach, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Holiday, following the bucket by the Spurs. Tatum dishes to Murray. Passes it to Holiday. 5 to shoot. And that one's good, Iverson.
Eyes all over the floor. Easy dish there for Holiday.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. George passes to Allen. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
1 shot.
Allen, no good on the free throw.
And Allen impacts the game on all levels. This kid has what it takes.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Wells with it. Now guarded by Murray. Good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now, here's Green, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Iverson. Outside Tatum. And again, the Lakers no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And the dunk by Wells.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Giannis after the miss from Allen Iverson. Tatum against Green. Launches it. And the Lakers with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
San Antonio making a switch here. Capella's checked in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Wells. Over Murray. And a shot by Wells, no good. Capella kicks to Wells. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wells has got 9 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Iverson. He's averaging almost 31 points a game right now, an extraordinary figure for any player to post.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the middle. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Green. Giannis has got his second basket of the night. Iverson against Green. Iverson kicks to Holiday. Murray. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Athleticism to block shots.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
San Antonio leading by 16. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Offensive rebound. The Spurs come into this one following a loss to Sacramento. Tatum and the dunk by Tatum.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. San Antonio also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Mitchell comes in for Green, and McCollum subbed in for George. Cullen passes to Wells. Inside. And it's Capella missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 14. McCollum kicks to Thompson. Back to McCollum. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Barnes passes to Valanciunas. Outside, Bogdanovich. Barnes outside. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Valanciunas. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Capella. Mitchell in the corner. Back to McCollum. It's tipped. Latrey hands it from downtown. And the Spurs lead by 19. And so it's San Antonio taking a 19-point lead into the break. They have made it very tough.
Your Lakers 8, the Spurs 27.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
On the court for San Antonio. Antonio here in the second. On to Tecumbo out there with Allen. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Mitchell. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Zubats against Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
That's his 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
The Spurs have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
Mitchell.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Keontae George, he's checked in for San Antonio. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Lakers trail by 21. Iverson outside. The feed to Tatum. Over Giannis. Tatum. Pass to Zubats. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his 1st personal foul.
The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Jalen Green's checked in for Mitchell. 2nd free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by Zubats. The Lakers shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. And it's Iverson missing. San Antonio leading by 21. George finds Thompson. Here's Allen. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Allen's got 6.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Iverson. Up and in on the way. He's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Green against Iverson. And Allen slams it in.
Boy, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
That's a bucket. His 3rd of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
Slick crossover move. The defense had no way of keeping up.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Allen with it. Iverson picks him up. And stolen by Iverson. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Tatum, Holiday, left side. Back to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Over Allen. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Special K, the playoffs are not far away. What kind of discussions are going on right now in those locker rooms?
Kevin, at this point in time, it's all about focus and intensity. You understand who you are and what needs to be done. It's now a matter of preparing yourself in your mind and body to go out and do that. You've worked for it, and complacency is not an option.
And it's a completely new. New group for Los Angeles. And so George will bring it up for the Spurs. Puts up a 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 21. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Yep, it counts. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Green, lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Here's Rose. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Mitchell, he's just in for San Antonio. McCollum comes in for George.
C.J. McCollum.
A minute 50 left to play here in the half. Rose against McCollum. 11 feet away. A rebound by the Spurs. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wells. McCollum outside. Bucket is good. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Thibault. Good D by Mitchell.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
They get it back to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
There's the pass to Capella. Kicks it out to McCollum. Wells dishes to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Valanciunas hits them both. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Misses the jumper.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to control.
And so it's San Antonio in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. San Antonio came out looking very confident. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. At the end of the first quarter, that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lakers shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. We've got Matisse Thybulle. Steven Adams is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Mikhailuk in at the two-guard spot. That's the Laker 5. Now Green. Allen outside. Back to Green. Passes it to George. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Mikhailuk. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wound up there for Allen. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bogdanovich wide open. Sinks the 15-footer. Bogdanovich has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, all Bogdanovich needs is a little bit of wiggle room, and he's ready to let it fly. His shot is always locked and loaded.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Mikhailuk passes to Richardson. Knocked away. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. Adams' shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. He gets it in there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Richardson. Kick out to Adams. Pass to Thybulle. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Adams trying to free himself up. Richardson, no luck. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Allen with the slam.
Did you guys see that? My goodness, Allen got crazy talent.
And the Lakers call time here.
I can't hear you.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach is going to be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. One-on-one fast break. Tatum against George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Keegan Murray.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
Lakers shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Here's Iverson. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so Allen will bring it up now for the San Antonio Spurs. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay
focus.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And George, here we go. And no good. Great D that time from Tatum.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
Team foul. At the line.
Free throw good. Iverson. Some changes here for the Spurs. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Thompson comes in for Wells. And it's Mitchell in for Green. Well, for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities, they're the visibility, they're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserve more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
George finds Capella. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, Capella's so special. Great strength, good focus, especially when he's being defended like that. That's good work there.
Iverson, and the dunk by Iverson.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
And they're able to recover. And the dunk by Capella. Here's Holiday. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Iverson, no luck. Spurs have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. The drive by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
George against Murray. And George kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. He takes it in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Thompson's got 8 points.
So fast of foot, on the run, Sear, tough to catch.
The drive by Iverson. Basket good.
So far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
And San Antonio shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Lobbed up there for Allen. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Holiday dishes to Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Wide open look here for Murray. Rebound San Antonio.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Mitchell. Another shot. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
On the wing, Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 6th assist on the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm. of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Spurs, C.J. McCollum out there with Riley. Then there's Hobson. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Okiki in at the 4 shot.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Clark, I've always heard that every team when on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think, is the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
Antetokounmpo against Adams. Tries again. Giannis, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for the Lakers. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lays it up off the glass.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Here's Tatum. Rebound San Antonio. Giannis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for San Antonio.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
Free throw good, McCollum. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Clark, some people People have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Adams. And Iverson's subbed in for Josh Richardson. And the basket by McCollum.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Holiday, the pass to Murray. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Hobson. Over Murray. And the Spurs scoring again.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Okeke passes to Hobson. And stolen by Murray. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
Holiday against McCollum. Here's Okeke. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And right now at about 85% from the line. That's up from where it was in that first half.
And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success will certainly continue to keep that pipeline going.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out the break. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Rose can't hit. For San Antonio, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Wells passes to Riley. Out left to the wing. Wells wide open. It's hauled in by Thibault.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects. To make every time.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Giannis kicks to Wells. Giannis inside. Valanciunas is there, and the shot goes in.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
Rose passes to Thibault. On the wing, Barnes. Count that bucket.
Hey, when you lay off of Harrison Barnes, he's going to go right up on the catch.
San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Antetokounmpo passes to Riley. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Rose against McCollum. Rose gets to Valanciunas. Okeke grabs the miss. The Spurs shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for San Antonio.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Thibault. And that one is stuffed right through.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Wells. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Valanciunas, good.
Wow, you know Valanciunas is in the zone when he's taking shots like that. You gotta love the confidence.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that this team is playing at?
It's amazing, man. I think the whole group, the whole team played hard. The whole team was ready. Everybody stepped up. And, you know, this is what makes an average team from a great team or a good team.
I know you guys are looking for great and not good. Congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
they be taking them flicks. Cameras watching, I be making them sick. Walk with caution, so I